Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, Go Bulldogs.
You've been in an accident. Why won't the insurance company pay? Because they're trying to save money at your expense. Call Mansion Ferretti for your free consultation. We have the experience to deal with the insurance company and get you the compensation you deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details. The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. Play ball! It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, The Skinner Law Firm, Laddie's, Trips Flooring, Jambo Construction and Fencing, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Honda of Winchester, Bechtel Jewelers, Cody's Auto Body, Rock's Local Markets, CMA Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, Orsini's Home Store, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, and by Hagerstown Ford.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex for tonight's sectional semifinals matchup between the Martinsburg Bulldogs, the number 3 seed here in Section 1, and the number 1 seed in Section 1, the Hedgesville Eagles. The winner of this game will play Musselman tomorrow night. It'll either be here or at Musselman, depending on who wins, as Hedgesville, still being the 1 seed, still has home field throughout the tournament, even though they lost last night to the Applemen. And Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis, Dylan Bishop on camera tonight, Braden Schaffner back in the studio is Colin McLaughlin. And what should be a great matchup. These two teams, again, they split the regular season like the 3 out of the 4 teams in Section 1 did. And Dylan, it's a great matchup here tonight. A young pitcher going for Martinsburg due to the injury to Mike Lupus. Braden Oviedo is going to get the start. And Jackson Ruest on the mound for Hedgesville, a leader, a 3-sport athlete, a guy that you trust to go get the ball tonight and get the win if you're the Eagles.
Right, big-time experienced senior on the mound for the Eagles, and it's first elimination game for Hedgesville. And Martinsburg just had one last night, throwing Christian Alter on the mound on this one, Oviedo tonight, and it'll be interesting to see. We're finally seeing Mike Lupus out in the field for the Bulldogs tonight, slated to play first base. And again, with the arm injury, to finally see if he can at least get out there, play that first base position, get Christian Alter in the lineup, and throw Braden Oviedo on the mound, who's a little less experienced than a guy like Jackson or West, but he showed that he can be pretty reliable up there on the mound for the Bulldogs, and they're going to need him to be because it's win or go home now.
And then for Hedgesville, Gage Gano is going to be playing center field, but they're also dealing with an injury. Gano went down last night. He's not going to be able to hit, still able to play the field, though, and obviously you want his defense out there. I mean, that helps, but losing that bat in the 9-hole, Spencer, a guy that consistently can bunt for a base hit, turn the lineup over, even has a little bit of pop, has a home run on the season as well. Not having him in that 9 spot certainly hurts Hedgesville. They'd love to have his bat.
Yeah, they really would love to have his bat, and I think it's going to hurt the most on the base paths. We've seen him all season long. Once he gets on base, which he gets on base at a big clip, and, he's able to steal bases, just base run very well from station to station. And, when you're losing that kind of guy in the hitting lineup, going around the bases, that could really hurt, especially on, maybe hit and runs or, some steal situations. But if you're Hedgesville and, you're Trent Canerium at the bottom of the lineup, you got to say, I can't necessarily do that, but I'll be able to do that. And then Connor Quinn in the middle of the lineup as a DH today, DHing for Gano. It's the middle of the lineup, not the bottom of the lineup where Gano usually is, but if you can get pop in his bat and, kind of fill that void, maybe in a different spot in the lineup, it could definitely help.
Yeah, Connor Quinn, he's been DHing quite a bit. He's been hitting the ball well, so I guess technically the guy replacing him in the lineup is Mike Nichols, but both of them very similar, big guys that can hit the ball hard, and even though Quinn is the one hitting for him, Nichols hasn't really been in the lineup too much as of late, but we'll see him down there at first base, has some home run power as well. I think for Hedgesville, you see Canerium in that 9 spot. You can courtesy run for him, so you can kind of have the same effect if he's able to get on, presuming the guy you have courtesy run is a good base runner, which most of the time they are. But Dylan, looking at it last night, we saw the game between Hedgesville and Musselman, a 4-3 loss for the Eagles. The Applemen come back to get that win in a thrilling game. It was 3-0 lead, though, for Hedgesville. They got to be a little bit frustrated now. They've only been able to score 3 runs in both of their games so far in the sectional. So the at-bats just, I think, a little bit better approach last night, but still they haven't been as effective, but also they've gone up against 2 of the tougher pitchers in the EPAC.
Right, you had 7 runs scored in that game, and 6 of them were all scored in the same inning. And that's when you get to this sectional action and regionals and so forth in the playoffs. That's kind of how this can go. Your pitchers are so good that maybe they have one off inning, but then they can recover, and that's exactly what we saw from Dylan Stevens last night. So, it's frustrating, but you got to be prepared for that. They realize that one good inning or one bad inning on your side, in terms of defensive side, can do you in if you can't recover in the batter's box yourself.
All right, we're going to take our first break here on the countdown to first pitch, brought to you by the Skinner Law Firm, Injury and Consumer Rights Lawyers. Call 304-245-6613 or go to skinnerfirm.com. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
WVU Medicine invites you to join us for the ribbon cutting and open house of the Expanded Heart and Vascular Institute at Berkeley Medical Center. Tours and refreshments will be available following the ribbon cutting Thursday, May 11th at 11 a.m. The Expanded Heart and Vascular Institute is located on the Berkeley Medical Center campus on the first floor of the Dorothy McCormick Center, 2000 Foundation Way in Martinsburg. WVU Medicine is proud to offer world-class heart care close to home.
Four new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states. Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore-D.C. Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300.
Welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. We'll now get into our coaches' interviews brought to you by Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. If you're looking for some fun nightlife and great food at affordable prices, then dine in at Laddie's or carry out by calling them at 304-263-5233. We'll start with the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler, and then hear from Hedgesville head coach Eric Grove. Now here with the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler. Coach, your team able to get the win last night over Spring Mills to advance to the sectional semifinals here tonight against Hedgesville. What did you take away from that win last night?
Thought we played well. Thought we executed in situations, put the ball in play, put a little pressure on them, played pretty sound defensively. We're able to get Alder out of the game at 50, get Jameer Brown some innings in case we need him later. Just all around, I thought it was a pretty good ball game for us.
You have young guys step up in that win. You mentioned them, Christian Alter on the mound, and then Jameer at the plate with 3 RBIs. Obviously, you have a pretty young team, and you're going to need young guys to step up again here tonight. But to have those two, with Mike being out pitching-wise, be able to throw well enough for you to get the win, what does that say about the growth of this team this year?
Well, I think it's no secret we're young. I think when we talked 3 months ago on the show, we talked about 1 through 4, 1 through 5. And our season was pretty going to come down to how 6 through 9 developed, got better, and pretty well we're tonight. 3 months later, we're at the same spot, and I think we need our guys at the top to continue to do what they do, and our guys at the bottom have to grow up really quick, have to be ready to go, have to put the ball in play, have to have good productive at-bats, and most likely that's what it's going to come down to tonight is how we perform at the bottom.
Braden Oviedo gets to start for you tonight on the mound. Braden has pitched in some big games this year. He got to start against Georgetown down in the Myrtle Beach tournament and pitched really well against a quality team, and he's had some other good starts as well. So obviously you'd like to have Mike out there with being a senior, but you have to make those adjustments. What are you looking for Braden to do tonight?
Yeah, first and foremost, let's just talk about, Mike Lupus, and we're just glad that he's able to be in the lineup tonight after his injury. It's no secret that he would be on the mound for us tonight if he was able to go. But, unfortunately, due to an injury, we have to have somebody else step up. We have all the faith in the world in Braden Oviedo. He's only a sophomore, but he's a kid that's played a lot of baseball. He's a very confident kid. He's a very capable kid. We just need him to throw strikes. Told him before we left we don't need him to do anything more than he's capable of doing. If he throws the ball across the plate, it's our job to catch it if they put it in play and when they put it in play, and we just need him to give us a shot tonight.
I haven't talked to Coach Grove yet, but I'm going to presume Jackson Ruess is starting for them. And Jackson, last time you guys saw him, it was in that rain-delayed game that continued a few days later, and he really kept your hitters off balance in relief of Lane DeLauder. What are some things that you're telling the guys this time around to try to do better against Ruess?
Well, we just have to have a good approach. We have to, hunt fastballs, lay off the breaking ball. The thing that Jackson does really well is he controls the running game, and it's no secret when we're successful, we're getting guys on base and putting pressure on the defense, and that makes it tough tonight with the lefty. So we're going to have to go on first movement and things like that, and just get good jumps. It creates a little bit of a problem for us, but that's baseball. You're always trying to exploit the other team's weakness. They're going to try and hold down our running game if we get on base, so we're going to have to see if we can still make it happen.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Nick.
Eagles, Eric Grove. Coach, your team able to get the win lost last night to Musselman to put you in this situation of being in the elimination game against Martinsburg. Musselman, obviously, it was a good game last night between the two teams. What are some things that you feel like your team could have done better last night to get the win?
It's baseball brain. He said the same 3 words that we said out here from the beginning. It was a failure to execute in big spots. Bunt chances, a couple base running things. Could could have went the other way and probably cost us the game. But we set a number for 6. I think I even told you this before the game. 6 runs would win it. 6 runs would have won it. We probably should have had 5 and didn't get there. So we're not scoring every inning. We scored in 1 inning, and like the it didn't come to be. So I'm not real prescient. We got to do a little better job of what I said yesterday.
Gage Gano had to leave the game early. What's the update on his status, if there is any? And
where he's going to give it a go in center field, he's going to get DH'd for. If that's in the best interest of him, it may be in the best interest of our team, but I'm going to go with that. And if I see him moving around and doing things okay, maybe we'll think about an at-bat later in the game. But gives Gage again, who was on the barrel quite a bit. Now, Gage is our leader in the outfield, so it helps to have him roaming down the fly.
Going to presume Jackson's starting for you tonight. What are you looking to get out of Jackson against this Martinsburg team where he did really well last time in that kind of rain-delayed game that he was able to come in and finish out for you?
Well, just like Tanner, we've had a lot of confidence in Jackson in these big moments because a lot of his is from playing other sports. He's been in big moments in other sports. He's kind of Hedgesville's one 3-sport athlete right now that people look up to, and this is a spot where he can go get it. And if we're in a do-or-die situation, that's the type of kid you want up there, and I think he's going to give us the best chance he can to win.
Martinsburg comes in after a 12-2 win last night over Spring Mills. You're going to see a pitcher that you haven't seen this season in Braden Oviedo, a young guy for them. What are some things you're looking to do offensively here tonight to have some success, as the runs have kind of been tough for you so far in the postseason?
In playoffs, it's harder to score runs for whatever reason. Up and everybody gets a little more nervous. And then for him, last time at their place, he had probably 6 or 7 putouts, a couple all-world. The position is a positive for us, I feel like, but at the same time, as far as he's young, so he's never been in this spot. What to expect, but every indication for me is he's a player. That's serious until we see otherwise, and really put pressure on whoever his replacement is and on him. We got to manufacture some runs. Over it's bad baseball, and so we got to just do better at that. Ourselves the same tonight. We need to push them across the plate.
All right, guys. Thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Heard from both teams' head coaches. We will now step aside for a quick break. On the other side of this break, we will get into the EPAC baseball roundup. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch! The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis and Dylan Bishop. We'll get into your starting lineups, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust for your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Starting with the visitors, the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Leading off and playing center field, the senior, number 7, Jordan Canby. Batting second, the pitcher, number 24, the sophomore, Braden Oviedo. Batting third, the shortstop, number 5, Carson Buber. He's a junior. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 3, Mike Lupus, the senior. Batting fifth, the senior, number 4, the catcher, Landon Sifford. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 25, Isaac Grove. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 15, Christian Alter. Batting eighth, the freshman, number 27, the third baseman, Jameer Brown. And batting ninth for the Bulldogs, and rounding out the lineup, the second baseman, number 2, Keegan Everhart. Murphy Clement will be in right field. He is being hit for by Alter. And then for the Hedgesville Eagles, the home team here tonight, leading off and playing shortstop, number 12, Braylon Connor. Batting second, the third baseman, number 17, Noah Brown. Batting third, the pitcher, number 7, Jackson Rest. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 26, Brett Patterson. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 24, Connor Quinn. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 6, Landon Pence. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 4, Chris French. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 27, Mike Nichols. And rounding out the lineup, the catcher, number 14, Trent Canario. And now, Spencer, we'll look at a quick update at the Jefferson-Washington game. Is that one starting at 6 p.m.? Jefferson plays their games at 6 in the Section 2 final there.
Yeah, let's get a quick update here. It looks like it's 5-0 Jefferson, bottom of the third inning, still threatening with 2 runners in scoring position on second and third. Spears at the plate. On the mound tonight is Riley Morgan. Has not allowed a hit through 3 innings so far, 2 strikeouts, and really kind of up through the lineup. A lot of walks tonight, a few walks. There's 3 walks to go around with 3 hits in the 5-0 lead for the Jefferson Cougars. If they win tonight, they'll outright win the section and await the winner of Section 1 in the regional, not this upcoming week, but the week after. And the winner of this game will take on Musselman. And that'll either be if Martinsburg wins, Musselman will host tomorrow at 7, pending the weather tomorrow night. And if Hedgesville wins, Hedgesville will host Musselman tomorrow at 7. And from what I understand, Hedgesville's got a lot of quick dry on hand with the rain slated for tomorrow afternoon, so that could potentially still take place even with rain tomorrow. I know Musselman, that was a situation from last week, was they didn't have enough. So who knows if they've restocked or not. Could get pushed to Monday.
Yep, so that was our EPAC Baseball Roundup, brought to you by Jambo Construction Fencing LLC, a veteran-owned company that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have first pitch.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar & Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar & Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. To get the best opportunity to be seen and recruited, join the American Legion Post 14 Hornets baseball team. Managed by Trip Tobin, Post 14 will prepare you for the next level by playing the best possible schedule, along with an experienced coaching staff and alumni coming back to help guide you through the process.
Brings up Camion Gonzalez with runners on the corners. Runner from first going, and it's a fair ball down the third base line by Gonzalez. That's going to allow 1 to score.
The Berkeley Post 14 Hornets are the premier Legion baseball team in the area.
Happiness grows here. Orr's Farm Strawberry season is here at Orr's Farm Market. Pick Your Own strawberries will be starting around May 13th, and you can make a reservation to come and pick, or buy some that are already picked. We're also offering a season pass this year, so get online at orrsfarmmarket.com to see the details. Visit our bakery counter today to try our new homemade quiches, pepperoni rolls, and don't miss our 2 new flavors of homemade strawberry donuts. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and remember, Orr's Farm Market. Happiness grows here.
And the streak continues! CMA's Martinsburg dealerships continue to knock out the competition with their competitive pricing, extensive selection, and lifetime powertrain warranty. With over 450 new and used vehicles in stock and on the way, CMA won't leave you waiting on a bench.
That's right, CMA's Martinsburg dealerships are once again the most valuable dealers in the area.
For the strongest and deepest lineups, visit CMA's Martinsburg dealerships online at martinsburg.cmacars.com today. And good luck to all Panhandle High School student athletes.
We welcome you back to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis and Dylan Bishop, as we get you set here for first pitch, brought to you by CMA Chevy of Martinsburg. Make your way to CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg on Foxcroft Avenue today for quality vehicles, a friendly team, and professional service at every step of the way. Chevy, find new roads. It's Jackson Rest, the left-hander, on the mound tonight for the Eagles. Hedgesville wearing their all-white uniforms with the blue numbers and blue letters, and the blue hat with the blue and white hat with the white Hedgesville logo on the hat and the blue Hedgesville logo on the jersey. For Martinsburg, it's their orange jerseys with the black numbers outlined in white and black letters outlined in white as well, and the gray pants with the black stripe down the side. Jordan Canby will lead things off. It's a battle of the sevens, battle post-14 Hornets as well to begin this ball game. And should be a good one. These two teams split the regular season.
Should be a good one. Definitely see a lot of different faces in the crowd here tonight. See some Musselman fans. See some Spring Mills players. See some guys from Martinsburg over in the bleachers as well. So, a great crowd on hand tonight to watch this, what technically is a sectional semifinal.
Yep, beautiful day for baseball here. 81 degrees and sunny here at first pitch. Our weather brought to you by CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg on Foxcroft Avenue, home of the lifetime limited powertrain warranty with every new vehicle that we sell at no additional cost to you. Canby leads off. The first pitch here from Rest is in the dirt for ball one.
Those first pitch jitters out from Jackson Ruest.
Next pitch from the lefty Ruest to the right-handed hitting center fielder Jordan Canby is a ball outside for ball two. The defense for the Eagles looks like this. Behind the plate, Trent Canerium, as next pitch is in there for a called strike. Down at third is Noah Brown. Shortstop Braylon Connor. Second base Chris French. First base Mike Nichols. And from left to right in your outfield, Pedersen, Gano, and Pence.
Sun seems to kind of be an issue. You can't see it on the mound, but Jackson kind of lost the ball coming back.
2-1, a swing and a miss for strike two. And we saw the other night when Lane DeWater was doing the pitching, he was pitching with sunglasses. I've never seen that before, but I guess the sun comes in at a weird angle out there on the mound. As the 2-2 pitch. In the outside corner, Canby goes down looking.
Way to battle back for West as he started out 2-0 there, and he went 3 straight strikes for the called strike 3.
So I'll bring the pitcher, Braden Oviedo, to the plate. The pitch here from Rest misses outside for ball one. Lights on here at the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. And the 1-0 from the left-hander. Popped up in the infield. Nichols, French will go over behind first and make the play for the second out of the inning. So back-to-back outs to begin things as Oviedo pops out.
We saw Jordan Canby be a little overly cautious at the plate in his first appearance. Ended up striking out looking, and Oviedo comes out swinging aggressively in the second pitch and doesn't get the desired result either.
So I bring the red-hot Carson Buber to the plate, and Buber takes the first pitch low for a ball. Buber, for the majority of the season, has batted fifth, but as of late batting third. And we've seen in this tournament him have some nice hits. I believe it was a 3-hit day in the first game against Musselman. The 1-0 pitch to Boober, taken outside for ball 2, so he gets ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes.
The second 2-0 counting 3 batters, but again, we saw against Canby, he was able to battle back.
The 2-0 ripped into left center field, and Boober stays hot at the plate. It's a 2-out single here in the top of the first inning, and that will bring Mike Lupus to the plate.
Yeah, ripped is a right word to describe that one. Right kind of over the shortstop's head and zipped out there in the left center field.
So Carson Boober with another hit here in this sectional tournament, and Mike Lupus coming to the plate. Lupus feeling a little bit better out there. He's able to play first base today, and the first pitch to Lupus is outside for ball 1, but talking with Coach Byler, Mike's not close to pitching, so we won't see him if Martinsburg were to win tonight in the sectional, and I don't know if we'd be able to see him in a regional, but that's a lot of steps away even for the team. First, as this one's popped up toward right field, and Landon Pence makes the play for the final out of the inning. So the Bulldogs strand a runner. We head to the bottom of the first. Hedgesville coming to the plate. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 60 seconds.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC, is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle, West Virginia, that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs.
Back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop, Spencer Dupuis, Braden Schaffner, our cameraman. Back in the studio, Kyle McLaughlin. No score between Martinsburg and Hedgesville as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Braden Oviedo gets the start tonight for the Bulldogs. A big opportunity for the sophomore pitching in this sectional semifinal. The winner of this game will take on the Musselman Applemen in the sectional championship. Musselman holding the advantage. It's a double elimination tournament, 2 games to win 1. The interesting thing is that Hedgesville's the number 1 seed, so they'll play at home if they are able to beat Martinsburg here tonight. But, of course, Musselman would get the deciding game if you look at it that way, so kind of benefits both teams in a lot of ways. But
well, yeah, it's just
we got a lot of baseball before we even have to worry about all that.
It's a little wonky when you kind of think about it like that. Like, if Hedgesville wins, then Musselman gets to host. Or no, excuse me, Hedgesville gets to host. It's just a really wonky kind of situation.
Even though they just beat
Musselman's got the bye, essentially, but they'll be the away team, potentially.
It's based upon the seeding, which is odd.
Yeah.
When you're in a double elimination and the other team has already won, and it's just a weird kind of situation that could arise tonight.
But, I mean, the argument can be made, too. I mean, then that's what you earned in the regular season. So.
And it makes things, this is where things start to really get tough for teams like Martinsburg and Hedgesville. Not only does Musselman have this day off, but they also have that game that they don't want to drop, but they can drop without being eliminated. So it changes the pitching aspect, whereas Hedgesville and Martinsburg now, it's do or die for the next 3 days if you get that far. So that it's a completely different strategy in terms of who you're pitching.
Yeah, I mean, Musselman already has the edge in terms of just more pitching depth than everybody in the section, but also a day off doesn't hurt as well. So Braden Oviedo, though, on the mound tonight for Martinsburg, the youngster getting a big start, and he starts Braylon Connor with a first pitch strike. It's been a slow tournament for Connor. He hasn't quite had it going at the plate, and Hedgesville would like to see him get on here. The 0-1 pitch to Braylon is high and inside for ball 1. The at-bats, though, have still been good for Braylon Connor, and in that sense, he's still been able to do his job in the leadoff role, and you're not going to have a hit every single night. As there's a call and strike at the knees, and Connor disagrees with it. I thought it was a little bit low as well, but called strike 2. And the 1-2 from Oviedo, hit on the ground towards short. It's over the head of Buber and into left field for a single.
That's just a tough hop in the dirt there, right over his head. I mean, technically got hit part of his glove, it looked like, but again, you're just not expecting it to take that huge hop over your head. And you couldn't get the glove up there quick enough.
Yeah, well, we talked about it a lot last night with Tripp. You know, this field plays weird, and Braylon Connor is a guy that plays shortstop, and he's the only guy that seems to know how it's going to play from that spot, as Buber had to take that over his head. That will be a single, though, and Noah Brown steps in now with the first pitch low for a ball. Next pitch from Oviedo is popped up into right center field. Camby chasing after it, but making the play is Murphy Clement for the first out of the inning. So Clement able to roll over and make that play in right center, and now will bring Jackson Ruiz to the plate.
They try to get himself some insurance for himself up on the mound, hitting that 3 spot.
Connor takes his lead off first and throw over from Oviedo. Not in time on the tag. We'll see if Braylon goes here at some point to try to get Hedgesville on the board first and put the pressure on the young Bulldogs pitcher. Connor stays put here on this first pitch to rest, and it's low for ball 1. Sifford fields it and now throws it back to Oviedo.
Didn't tell us a lot there, but when Lupus got the ball at first and he threw it back, it wasn't a bad throw. So that's a good kind of thing to see, how that he's able to toss a little bit, I guess.
Connor takes off here on the 1-0 pitch, and it's fouled away. Hit and run opportunity.
And you mentioned that, Spencer, that we could see him warming up in pregame. He wasn't getting that full extension that you would normally see on a throw, even just in warm-ups for the guy maybe 10 feet away from him, which is what I kind of speculated just seeing that he might be playing first base.
The 1-1 pitch from Oviedo. Ruiz will lay down a surprise bunt. Oviedo gets to it, throws the Lupus at first for the second out of the inning. He does advance the runner. Jackson can bunt for a hit. He has decisive speed. But they're right back to a very good fielder in Oviedo. We've seen him make some excellent plays at third and shortstop this season. So Ruiz grounds out for the second out of the ball game. Connor, though, advances the second, so runner in scoring position for one of the most dangerous bats in the Eagles lineup, Pedersen. Pedersen takes this one for a called strike 1. Left fielder again tonight for Pedersen, with Canarian behind the plate. Oviedo checks the runner and Connor at second. The next pitch, called strike 2 on the outside corner. So back-to-back strikes, and Oviedo would like to strand that runner.
A real good start to set back for Oviedo. See if he can keep it up.
Update from Jefferson, 8-0 over Washington.
The 0-2 fouled away. Cougars win, and that's it for Section 2, as Jefferson, the team without a loss in this double elimination tournament. And it's back to the regional championship for the Cougars. But 1-2 count here on Pedersen as that pitch missed high and outside.
An error on the last play, which now it doesn't matter, but through 4. And Riley Morgan's having a very solid
1-2 hit on the ground towards shortstop. Buber can't get to it. Connor rounding third. He'll come in to score for Pedersen, and Hedgesville takes the early 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning.
Just barely slid by the glove of Buber. It was going to be a tough play, probably an infield single, even if he did corral the ball, but it would have saved that run from coming around at least. It was a good hit.
I'll bring Connor Quinn to the plate, the designated hitter. Quinn had some hard hit balls last night. Going with the one glove today. I don't think he had any glove, and this one hit right toward Buber. This time he scoops it, throws to second in time for the final out of the inning, but the Eagles do get the early 1-0 lead with the Pedersen RBI single. It's Hedgesville 1, Martinsburg, nothing. We head to the second inning with the Bulldogs coming to the plate. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
WVU Medicine invites you to join us for the ribbon cutting and open house of the expanded Heart and Vascular Institute at Berkeley Medical Center. Tours and refreshments will be available following the ribbon cutting Thursday, May 11th at 11 a.m. The expanded Heart and Vascular Institute is located on the Berkeley Medical Center campus on the first floor of the Dorothy McCormick Center, 2000 Foundation Way in Martinsburg. WVU Medicine is proud to offer world-class heart care close to home.
Hedgesville Baseball Complex. 1-0 Eagles on top of the Bulldogs as we head to the top of the second inning. And Dylan, a good rally there for for Hedgesville, able to get that leadoff single with Braylon Connor, eventually get him around to score 2 outs in the inning.
Right, and it was the sacrifice bunt by West, able to get him over, and that's the reason that you lay down sacrifices like that, so that just one little ball that can squeeze by the glove of the shortstop can turn you from having runners on first and second to scoring a run. Right? Get them on, get them over, get them in.
Now batting number 4, Landon Seifert.
So I'll bring Sifford to the plate with our score 2-0. Or I'm sorry, 1-0 Hedgesville on top of Martinsburg as we head to the second inning. The first pitch, a breaking ball taken for a ball on Landon Sifford. The next pitch from Jackson is low for ball 2. 2-0 count here for Sifford. And the 2-0 pitch popped up into left center field. Chasing after it is Pedersen, but making the play on the rollover is Gage Gano for the first out of the inning.
Number 25, Isaac Grove.
See, that's already been a majority of at-bats so far, where West has gotten behind the hitter, but then he's been able to recover nicely, only 1 hit out of those 5 at-bats.
That'll bring Isaac Grove to the plate. The pitch here from Rurest, a big swing and a miss for strike 1.
He's able to end that there, getting ahead. Big cut. Couldn't quite get it.
Yeah, this 6, 7, 8, 9 has struggled for Martinsburg this season. It's the young part of this team with little experience. They had a good game, though, last night against Spring Mill, so can they build on that and have success? I mean, we've seen Grove and Everhard at times be able to get on base, but overall this part of the lineup hasn't had consistent success, as this one's fouled away by Isaac Grove. It's a 1-2 count.
I guess you have to take into consideration, a team like Spring Mills was the 4 seed rather than the top 3 because they didn't quite have the pitching depth that these other 3 teams did, and they were on their second pitcher passed. After the big game they had against Hedgesville.
The 1-2 gets away from the catcher, Canerium, and it's a ball for ball 2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the inning, and Isaac Grove at the plate. Resta, number 3 pitcher for Hedgesville, but a guy that could be a 2 or a 1 on any other team, as this one hit right back to Jackson, and he makes the play for the second out of the inning. Anytime you have a pitcher that can field his position well, that certainly helps. At the high school level, you tend to see it a lot more, but great play by Jackson there on a ball hit right back up the middle.
Yeah, and I think it definitely helps when you're playing with a lead and you can field your position well. I think it just kind of gives you that good mojo.
Now we'll bring Christian Alter to the plate, and Alter doing a great job for the Bulldogs last night pitching. And we'll try to bring his bat now to the lineup in the DH role here today. Pitch misses low for ball 2. So it's a 2-0 count on Christian Alter. Alter wearing the number 15, a right-handed hitter, sophomore for the Bulldogs. And the 2-0 is a called strike 1 on the outside corner.
When you talk about that play that Rush just made out of his position, we saw during football season playing quarterback and wide receiver when need be. He is a very versatile guy in all the sports he plays.
2-1
too.
Fouled away by Alter.
I mean, you heard Coach Grove talk about it. He is the three-sport athlete at Hedgesville, and everyone looks up to him, and I think that says a lot about how he plays the game overall.
The 2-2 pitch from Rest is low for ball 3, and I think also he's a leader on all these teams, and being a quarterback, just being a guy that's been around the program for a while in basketball and baseball, being a pitcher and outfielder as well as first baseman. He's really stepped up. Alter goes around on a 3-2, drop third strike, throw down to first in time for the final out of the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Bulldogs. We head to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Eagles. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
And the streak continues! CMA's Martinsburg dealerships continue to knock out the competition with their competitive pricing, extensive selection, and lifetime powertrain warranty. With over 450 new and used vehicles in stock and on the way, CMA won't leave you waiting on a bench.
That's right, CMA's Martinsburg dealerships are once again the most valuable dealers in the area.
For the strongest and deepest lineup, visit CMA's Martinsburg dealerships online at martinsburg.cmacars.com today. And good luck to all Panhandle High School student athletes.
Bottom of the second inning, Hedgesville 1, Martinsburg nothing here as the Eagles come to the plate at the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop, Spencer Dupuy, Brayden Schaffner on camera, back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin. As Eagles come to the plate, able to get that first run across. Braylon Connor had a leadoff single, and then after 2 outs, an RBI single from Pedersen. It's the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Eagles in Pence, French, and Nichols.
Now you're seeing the inexperienced sophomore pitcher pitching from behind, whereas the senior on the mound for the Eagles pitching with a lead. We'll see what gives, who can stay with their composure.
First pitch to Pence is low for ball 1. Oviedo has had some success this year pitching in a big game in the tournament style down at Myrtle Beach. The 1-0, a chopper foul down the third baseline. But obviously hasn't pitched in a sectional game before, and this is a little bit different, a little bit more pressure on the youngster. But I think he's a guy that's shown a lot of maturity early on, as Pence sends this one the opposite way into right field for a leadoff single.
So you've seen they've been able to make contact. It hasn't been very hard contact in a lot of these situations, but it's been in the right spots. You see, that one just was a slow roller, but it was just right in that 4-hole between first and second.
You look at Oviedo's numbers, he's 2-1 with a 2.29 earned run average. He's thrown 18 innings on the season for the Bulldogs. And this is his 4th start of the year, 11th appearance.
Should say the 3.5 hole between first and second.
The 3-4 hole.
There you go.
There's a throw over. Not in time, as sliding back in safely is Pence. Chris French here, a guy that early in the year was being DH for at times, but has hit the ball well. That one nearly got Pence over there at first on the throw over.
That was close.
But he's hit the ball well for the Eagles recently and sees himself in the lineup again here tonight in the 7-hole. Mike Nichols on deck. Home run power in that circle as this pitch will miss low for a ball. 2-0 count on French. A runner on first and nobody out to begin this second inning for Hedgesville. Bottom of the second inning. Already leading 1-0 over Martinsburg. The next pitch to French is a call on strike one.
If you're watching on TV 10, you can see the way a couple pitches ago that Lupus threw the ball back after the pitch over. Be interesting to see if there's any plays.
Throw over to first, again close, but that time Pence, I think, clearly got in there. He has to take a few steps in on the grass.
I was going to see, you see how many steps over he took to throw at that time. It'll be interesting if there's any plays hit to Lupus at first with a runner coming.
French sends a bunt. This could be trouble. Third baseman can't get there in time, and Jameer Brown, and everybody's safe for the Eagles. It's runners on first and second after the infield single for Chris French. And big Mike Nichols coming to the plate.
I think that was a perfectly placed bunt down the third base line as Jameer Brown wasn't playing up, and kind of Oviedo was in that territory maybe to go get it. Brown gets it. He's got nowhere to go because he's already on first.
So I'll bring big Mike Nichols to the plate, and Nichols takes the first pitch for a called strike on the outside corner. Nichols was forced into a bunting situation last night. Not necessarily his strength, and he was unable to get one down for Hedgesville. Good hitter, though, at the plate. And Nichols rips this one into right center field. That will get down for a base hit. French is rounding third. The throw in from Clement is not in time, and Hedgesville extends its lead out to 2-0. Nichols with the RBI single.
And I think Clement would have had a chance for that one, but he bobbled the exchange. It could have been a lot closer to the plate, but he bobbled that exchange.
So runners on the corners for Trent Canerium, who comes to the plate, the catcher. But Nichols, he hasn't really been in the lineup that much recently, but he can contribute for this team. But the injury to Gano and Ruess pitching also, that puts him on first base here tonight. With Gano unable to hit and Quinn DHing for him, and he contributes. Canerium first pitch swinging, fouls it away, heading out of play down the first base line near the bullpen. So 1 count.
So it's now 5 hits through the first 8 batters for Hedgesville. And you have to remember one of those 3 batters that got out in the first inning was Jackson Ruess laying down a sacrifice bunt. So really it was only 2 completely unsuccessful at bats for the Eagles so far.
Unproductive outs.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't want to say anybody was unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful, unproductive.
1-1 count on Trent Canerium. Throw over to Nichols on the bag, and the big man gets back there.
Close.
Wasn't really, I think, ready for it. He's like, hey, I'm not going anywhere. Probably doesn't get thrown over too much, but Nichols gets back in safely, and that's the most important thing. The 1-1 pitch to Canerium, a big swing and a miss for strike 2. This is a running situation with a runner on first and third. At the high school level, a lot of times you do try to take second because typically the team will give it to you, but Nichols not necessarily a speedster down there at first, so he's going to stay put most likely. A 1-2 count.
Very good catcher behind the plate, too.
Pitch to Canerium is fouled away. Yeah, you don't want to test Landon Sifford necessarily. But with a runner on third, it could allow you to get a run in, so maybe you trade it out for a run is another potential opportunity for Hedgesville. As of right now, with the lead, maybe no reason to do that as well. Take the bat out of your catcher Canerium's hands as Canerium sends this one into left field. Could be deep enough to score the run. They will test the arm of Grove. The throw home, not in time. Sliding in safe is Chris French, and it's Hedgesville 4. Martinsburg nothing, and another productive at-bat for the Eagles, an RBI sacrifice for Trent Canerium.
Martinsburg was trying to say that he didn't tag up correctly, but the umpire said he did.
We saw that as an issue.
Appeal.
Yep.
We saw the other night Tanner Matthew did not tag correctly from third base, which cost Hedgesville a run and that win over Spring Mills. Braylon Connor coming to the plate. The runner on first and Nichols, and 1 down in the inning. sorry, 3-0 our score. I believe I said 4. On the sacrifice RBI. And the next pitch to Braylon Connor fouled away. So 3-0 Eagles here in the second inning. 2 singles, an RBI single from Nichols, and then a sacrifice to extend the already 1-0 lead out to 3-0.
So you can still say only 2 unproductive at-bats so far.
2-1 count. 1 down in the inning. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And everybody's made contact here tonight. Here's a ground ball hit towards short. Buber goes to second for 1. Able to get the lead runner, but not going to get the speedy Braylon Connor down the line as he will reach on the fielder's choice, and Noah Brown will come to the plate.
Yeah, ball just hit too softly. Obviously, as you saw if you're watching on TV 10, Buber had to come up in the grass to get that one, and by the time he flipped it over to Everhart, the runner was already on first.
So Brown flew out his first time to right field. The pitch here to Brown, taken for ball 1. But, I mean, that shows how well Hedgesville's seeing it tonight. Everybody's made contact at least and put the ball in play.
No strikeouts, no walks.
Throw over to first, not in time. So anytime you're putting pressure on the defense, you tend to have success at this level. We haven't seen an error yet from Martinsburg, though, so they're doing well defending behind Oviedo. The 1-0 pitch as Connor takes off. Throw down from Landon Sifford. It's a good throw, and they got him. That will end the inning, but Hedgesville does add 2 runs. It's 3-0 Eagles as we head to the third. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back at 60.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We'll go to the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rock's, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. McPherson Lee alongside me, Spencer Dupuis and Dylan Bishop. Spencer, an update there between Washington and Jefferson?
Yeah, Washington down to its final 6 outs on the season as Jefferson leads 8-0, top of the 6th inning. It is a 1-1 count on Andy Clem. And it's been, I'll just leave it at this, it's been a great night on the mound for Riley Morgan.
3-0 our score here as we enter the third. Hedgesville on top of Martinsburg. 8-9 one-hitters due up for the Bulldogs, and Brown, Everhart, and Canby. Jackson Rest on the mound here so far for the Eagles has gone 2 strong innings of no runs, 1 hit, and 2 strikeouts for him so far. With the young freshman Jameer Brown, the third baseman, due up. The first pitch from Rest just misses high and outside for ball 1.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 27.
Brown had a 3 RBI night last night for Martinsburg to help them get the win over Spring Mills, 12-2. The pitch here from Rest is low for ball 2.
So you're coming into the third inning through 7 batters, only 1 hit for the Bulldogs. Now you've given your senior pitcher comfortable 3-run lead.
Next pitch is low for ball 3. It's a 3-0 count now on Brown, but based on how these games have gone, nobody has been out of it, no matter what the score is. Martinsburg battled back from 5-0 the other night. We saw Musselman come back and complete the comeback to win after being down 3-0. And we saw Washington come back against Hampshire last night from 7-0 to get the win. So no score is safe in Region 2, Section 1 or Section 2.
Yeah, Washington now down to their final 4 outs is fly out and a strikeout. Now Cam Moore up to bat.
And a leadoff walk will do a lot for the Bulldogs here as Brown's able to walk, and that'll bring Everhart to the plate.
Batting number 2, Keegan Everhart.
In a 3-0 game, he's probably going to swing away, but Everhart does have that ability to bunt for a base hit, and if you can get it back to the top of the order, maybe you like those chances a little bit more. We'll see. The pitch here to Everhart is low for ball 1. As third baseman Brown is playing up on the grass, so he's expecting a bunt potentially, or at least taking away the bunt.
I think with a less experienced pitcher on the mound, you want to attack this game as if you're going to need more than 3 runs to get this tied back up. I think you want to be a little more aggressive.
As coach going to come out and speak with Jackson as he has now fallen behind 2-0 after walking the leadoff hitter just to make sure everything's all right for him.
There we got an update from Jefferson as Cam Moore breaks up Riley Morgan's no-hitter. He has a double in the top of the 6th inning to right field.
Well, he's the kind of guy that can do it.
Yeah.
Cam Moore, one of the best players in the EPAC. Excited to watch him this summer for the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets.
Before he heads off to Fairmont State.
Yeah. But we'll see if Washington's got another miraculous comeback left in him. They did it last night. Anything's possible.
Yeah, Showing at the plate now as he came in for Gill to pitch today.
2-0 count here on Keegan Everhart with Jameer Brown taking his lead off first base. The lefty Ruess delivers the pitch and misses again. So 3-0 to Everhart. And if you're able to get these first 2 guys on, Dylan, get back to the top of the order, Martinsburg's most likely scoring at least 1 run with those guys due up behind them as there's a strike.
Right, those 1 through 5 guys in this order are just so dangerous, even against a really good pitcher like Ruess.
The 3-1 just hits the zone for strike 2, so Ruess trying to come back from 3-0 and get the out on Keegan Everhart. A 3-2 count, 3-0 lead for the Eagles. The pitch from Ruess toward third. Great play by Brown. Try to turn 2. Just in time as Everhart safe. But the 5-4 gets the first out and the lead runner. So a good job by the Eagles defense as Brown played that ball off a difficult hop and made a great play to turn at least one. Speedy Everhart, though, does reach on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, I think the whole time Everhart was going to reach on that if you were going to try to get the out at second first. It wasn't even really that close.
Canby will take the first pitch, a breaking ball that just missed for ball 1. Jordan struck out looking his first time up. Throw over. Excuse me. Felt a sneeze coming that never did. Not in time as Everhart takes his lead over at first base, and this is what we talked about with Coach Byler in the pregame as Canby fouls it away. With the lefty on the mound and Jackson Rest, he can keep their running game in check for the most part, so it makes it a little bit difficult for a Martinsburg team that relies a lot on its speed, especially when their bottom of the order guys get on. The 1-1, swing and a miss for strike 2. So Canby finds himself behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 down. Here in the top of the third with a 3-0 Hedgesville lead over Martinsburg. Pickoff move gets away from Mike Nichols. That will allow Keegan Everhart to round second and head for third. The throw in from Nichols cut off by Ruest, and now Everhart staying on third base with just 1 out. That's the potential issue when you decide to throw over, especially here in Hedgesville. There's a lot of room down both foul lines. And that allows Everhart to take third. And now with just one out, Jordan Canby just needs to elevate a ball, and Martinsburg can get on the board at least.
Yeah, I think it's huge that you had Everhart on the base pass because he's so fast.
Pitch gets away from the catcher, Canerium. Everhart coming home. The throw, the tag, not in time. And Martinsburg is on the board at 3-1. Everhart scoring on the wild pitch.
And look, if that's not Everhart on the base pass, I don't think you score on that play necessarily because I don't think the speed to go from first to third on that play. I think maybe if it's a different player, he might be out at third. He might not even be on the base pass. Just the speed of Everhart is crucial in that situation, both situations really, because they could have been out at home if it wasn't for the speed of him as well.
2-2 pitch. Misses outside again. Ruest all of a sudden having some location issues after a pretty shut down first 2 innings. Not a whole lot of threatening at-bats from Martinsburg, but now they've had a walk. Everhart reaching on a fielder's choice, but he got behind him as well, and he's behind Jordan Canby here on a 3-2 pitch from the lefty. And that misses outside for ball 4, and more speed on the base pass for Martinsburg as Canby draws the walk.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Canby goes here with one out, if he can find a good situation, because you don't want Oviedo hitting into a double play.
We saw having a guy like Keegan Everhart in the 9-hole, we saw exactly why it's so crucial, because the guy that can flip it over to the top of the lineup is just so important. You need to make sure that those guys at the top can have runners on the base paths.
Breaking ball here from Ruest misses for ball 1. 1-0 count here on Oviedo as Canby takes his lead, and now Oviedo takes the next pitch for ball 2. So Ruest really struggling to find the zone. That's going to bring Canerium out to speak with him.
Yeah, I think that's a smart decision by Canerium because he obviously sees something is wrong with, maybe the location from Ruest at some points, and you want to make sure you're on the same page, whether it's, pitches or just kind of, give him that confidence boost that he might need.
Yeah, has a still 3-1 lead. Hedgesville over Martinsburg. They haven't really hit him hard. He's just got to find a way to have the success that he had in the first 2 innings with his locations. Martinsburg dugout getting into it again. Ruest missing, this time low for ball 3.
Yeah, Oviedo trying to help himself out here, but I mean, if I was him right now, I wouldn't take the bat off the shoulder unless it was right down the middle.
3-0 pitch from Ruest. Misses for ball 4.
That's
3 walks this inning for Jackson and Carson Buber, the red hot Carson Buber, as we mentioned. He had a big hit single as Logan Wilt's going to come in and courtesy run for the pitcher Oviedo. Our courtesy runners are brought to you by the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, the premier Legion team in the area. But Buber, he has the 1 hit so far, and it was a hard hit ball into left center field.
Yeah, I mean, that if he hits that again, that's at least scoring Canby.
Pitch here misses low and inside for ball 1.
But if I was maybe Coach Grove,
well, somebody's warming up there in the
I was
bullpen.
about to say, if I was him, I might think
Wolf's
about
going to go down there as well.
Might think about talking to him because that's not been in the zone lately.
Thanks, Mason Elliott. Here's one ripped into left field. That Pedersen has an issue with it. Canby sprinting around third, and he'll score from second to make it a 3-2 ball game. On the RBI single from Carson Buber, Bulldogs right back in it. Another comeback here in the sectionals. The problem is, Spencer, they already spoke to Jackson this inning, so if they come out again, they got to take him out.
Now batting number 3, Mike Lucas.
So I think it might be Mason Elliott and Wolf warming in the bullpen for Hedgesville, but with a 3-2 score, Martinsburg has come back, and Mike Lupus coming to the plate. The pitch to Lupus, breaking ball, hits the zone for strike 1.
We saw, even though they only got 1 hit in those first 2 innings, we made some mention to it that there was a lot of batters that Ruest was getting behind in the count to, and now we've seen it turn into 3 walks in this inning and 2 runs.
The 0-1, Lupus sends a chopper down the third baseline. It goes foul, so he gets ahead of Mike Lupus here. No balls and 2 strikes. Lupus flew out his first time up. Runners on first and second for the Bulldogs. Now a 3-2 score in favor of Hedgesville. In this third inning, top of the third. In the sectional semifinals, the winner of this game plays the Musselman-Appleman tomorrow night in the sectional championship. Here's a chopper. Could be trouble. Getting to it is Noah Brown, who throws the first in time for the second out of the inning. Noah Brown plays a very good third base.
Yeah, he really does. And I want to get back to that play with Pedersen. You know, he bobbled the ball. And, you know, if you're Wilt there, you had to stay back because if he would have grabbed it and thrown to third, you're out. But, I mean, you obviously wanted somebody on third. Unfortunately, he just had to stop because he didn't know if he was going to be able to pick it up. You just see him kind of staring out there for a good 10 seconds, and he didn't pick it up. But that was, I think, a smart move to not run.
Breaking ball here to Landon Sifford hits the zone for strike one. Pedersen, normally a catcher, hasn't played a ton of outfield, but Coach Grove going with the more offensive lineup here tonight as he did last night. And here's a swing and a miss for strike two. And we've seen guys like DeWater. Obviously, Rest can't pitch and play the outfield, but he's normally out there as well. But Coach Grove going with the offense, and there it might have hurt him. If you could have fielded that ball a little bit more cleanly out there and left, maybe you hold Canby at third base, but nonetheless, the run coming across the score, 3-2 our score, an 0-2 count here with two down on Landon Sifford. Sifford flew out his first time to left field. Rest looks in his catcher, Canerium, and the lefty delivers the next pitch. It's lifted out toward left center. Pedersen gets to it and makes the play for the final out of the inning as Gage Gano diving out behind him. And we head to the bottom of the third. Our score, Hedgesville 3, Martinsburg 2. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60 seconds.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
Yeah. We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Hedgesville 3, Martinsburg 2. As the Bulldogs get 2 runs back in the top of the third, we head to the bottom of the third. Oviedo on the mound still for Martinsburg. Hedgesville coming to the plate. It is Brown, Ruest, Pedersen due up for the Eagles.
And game changer, I guess it does now. They ended up grounding into a double play, but it is 9-0 Jefferson. They were threatening to run rule with the bases loaded. Unfortunately, fortunately for Washington, they will be able to hit down to their final 3 outs of the ball game. And you know what a night for Riley Morgan. Unfortunately, he gives up the 1 hit, but 6 innings, 1 hit, 5 strikeouts will finish it out on 81 pitches. Obviously, pitching's not a problem when it's a 3-team section.
Well, not only that, but you won both games that you played, so you didn't have to play any extra games. And presuming Jefferson holds on, of course, you never know. And Washington did come back last night, but less outs to work with here, so we'll see. Oviedo delivers a breaking ball in there for called strike on Noah Brown, who flew out his first time.
Looks like 2 guys throwing now in that bullpen for.
Yeah, I believe it was Wolf and maybe Elliott. Popped up here in the infield. Charging in is Everhart, and he makes the play for the first out.
And if you're Martinsburg right here, it's good to get quick outs, get back in the dugout, and kind of keep that rhythm they had going on offense. But you obviously got to get through 2 more outs, but, 1 quick out's good.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if this one kind of plays out how most of the games in the tournament have played out on this side, and that being a team gets up early, the other team comes back, then it kind of turns into a pitcher's duel, and eventually somebody finds a run to kind of change the outcome, as we saw last night and kind of saw in game one. Musselman didn't score another run after going up 5-0, but they were able to hold on. So 1-1 count with one down. And the next pitch from Oviedo to Ruest is lifted out toward left field. And a diving catch out there in left from Isaac Grove, robbing Jackson Ruest of extra bases.
Straight robbery on that one. That could be an SC top 10 play right there.
Now batting number 26, Brett Pedersen.
Grove of a good play on the line, and that will bring Pedersen to the plate. Pedersen had the RBI single back in the first inning that at the time put Hedgesville up 1-0. 2 down, though, quickly after 2 flyouts here to begin this inning, and Oviedo may be starting to settle in. He delivers the pitch to Pedersen. It's low for ball 1.
Yeah, this is a huge recovery inning for Oviedo. Your team has gotten you back down to just a 1-run deficit. You gave up 5 hits through the first time in the lineup.
Pitch misses outside for ball 2. 2-0 count with 2 down. Oviedo delivers the pitch to Pedersen, and it's low and outside for ball 3. Pedersen playing left field here tonight on a warm evening here in Hedgesville, West Virginia. The next pitch, a called strike at the knees on a 3-0 count. Make it 3-1. Connor Quinn in the on-deck circle. Next pitch hits the zone for strike 2. Two down. The next pitch from Oviedo, a swing and a miss, strike 3. It's a drop third. Sifford will throw to first for the final out of the inning. So we head to the 4th. Hedgesville 3, Martinsburg 2. This is West Virginia High School Baseball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 1 minute.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
We welcome you back here to the Nest. Hedgesville 3, Martinsburg 2. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop and Spencer Dupuis. As we head to the 4th inning, guys, and been a good competitive ball game between the Eagles and the Bulldogs like we expected here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you had a great recovery there. 1, 2, 3 through the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Eagles lineup for Oviedo. Now, if he can truly settle in, he gives the Bulldogs offense a chance to recover.
Ruest starts Grove with a strike. We'll see if Jackson can recover from a rough inning where he gave up 3 walks, just 1 hit, but 2 runs come across the score to make this a 3-2 ball game. Ruest will step off, adjust the hat and reset, and have his catcher, Canarium, come out again and speak with him.
All right, while that's happening, your Region 2, Section 2 champions, the Jefferson Cougars, they get a 9-0 shutout over Washington as Riley Morgan, 7 innings of 1-hit ball with 6 strikeouts on 94 pitches, facing just 23 batters.
So congratulations to the Cougars. As this one ripped into center field, that will get down for a leadoff single for Isaac Grove. So Grove is 1 for 2 today after lining out his first time right back to the pitcher, Ruest. Now bring Christian Alter to the plate. He struck out last time up. Ruest so far 58 pitches through his 3 innings of work. Oviedo at 47. Ruest checks the runner, and Alter shows bunt, but pulls it back in time for the pitch to be ruled a ball. A 1-0 count. Alter DHing tonight for Murphy Clement. As Grove takes his lead down there at first, Ruest looks into his catcher Canarium and throws over on 1-0 and going back to the bag safely is Isaac Grove.
I think Isaac Grove got into the head there of Jackson Ruest because he took one step further out.
Alter trying to lay down a bunt here to make now the count 2-0.
And again, it was getting Christian Alter into the lineup that made, Coach Byler put Mike Lupus at first base. So we'll see if he lets that decision pay off.
This one misses low for a strike. Hits the zone low, for a strike. 2-1 count. Next pitch, bunted by Alter. It hit off of him. So a dead ball ruled. And Alter will return to home plate.
I think it hit the bat twice.
Okay. Because if it would have hit him, it was a fair ball. So if it would have hit off of him again in fair territory, I believe he would have been ruled out. So it might have hit the bat twice.
Yeah, from my vantage point, he bunted it straight down into the ground. It popped right back up and hit his bat while he still had it squared around.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Great look there as well by umpire Jeff King behind the plate.
Runner takes his lead, the 2-2. Swing and a miss on the bunt. Strike 3, and Martinsburg continuing to have issues getting bunts down.
Yeah, he was just committed there. And you look at Coach Byler, and he puts his hands up like, come on. You got to pull that back. That's the young player in Alter.
We've seen a lot of that. These teams, managers willing to have the guys bunt on 2 strikes, and sometimes that's a risk.
Jameer Brown sends a rocket into center field. Gano couldn't get to it in time. It's underneath his glove. So Brown has a 1-out single, and the Bulldogs now have runners on first and second with just 1 down, and Keegan Everhart coming to the plate.
The freshman continues to impress with his hitting, especially coming off the injury that he had, which, we were there for that game, and it didn't look great initially, but glad he's able to come back. He had a heck of a game last night. He's having a pretty good game tonight.
Yep, he's been on base both times, so 1 for 1. He walked and singled so far. Everhart now lays down a bunt. It's a perfect one. Brown gets to it, throws to first, gets the runner, the speedy Everhart, by about a step. 2 down in the inning, but now 2 runners in scoring position for your leadoff hitter, Jordan Canby.
Yeah, Canby sees some pitches here, maybe a few more pitches, and see what he can do with them. But Ruest getting up there, 64 pitches. I figure at this point you're kind of committed to him, maybe. Through this inning at least, you figure.
Pitch here from Ruest, fouled off. Yeah, it just depends on if he can kind of hold these runners or how many guys were to come across if he starts to struggle. But, they haven't used anybody other than their starters in these first 2 games, so plenty of options for the Eagles out of the bullpen if they need to go to them. The 0-1 to Canby, a big swing and a miss for strike 2 so far. Jordan is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout.
And I think that's something that we've kind of noticed all year is that Hedgesville has those options in the bullpen, but they can put their starters in the bullpen as well.
The 0-2 pitch from Ruest, a swing and a miss, strike 3. No call to the bullpen yet as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Hedgesville 3, Martinsburg 2. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle, West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, Go Bulldogs.
We welcome you back to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Our score, Hedgesville 3, Martinsburg 2. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop, Braden Oviedo, 1-2-3 inning last time, Dylan, and it was potentially a sign of him starting to settle into this one.
Right, it's at least what you're hoping if you're the Bulldogs, because he was able to put down part of the heart of the order, 1-2-3, with Brown, Ruest, and Pedersen. Now he's still got a tough at-bat here with Connor Quinn, but it was a guy he was able to get out his first time around.
Yeah, so we'll see how it plays out here with Quinn leading off this inning as we begin the bottom of the fourth between Hedgesville and Martinsburg. 3-2, Eagles on top. Quinn takes the first one for a ball inside. Connor grounded out his first time up. The next pitch is lifted out toward left field, and making the play is Isaac Grove. Another good play by the left fielder, Grove, for the first out of the inning. Is again, Quinn, I mean, this seems to be a trend in these games. He's hitting the ball hard, but right at people. Flies out to left there, and now bring Landon Pence to the plate. The right fielder, to my knowledge, no relation to Hunter Pence. The right fielder for the San Francisco Giants. Back in the day, don't think he's playing anymore.
Back in the day.
And the Phillies as well.
Aging us. It was only 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah, back in the day. Hunter Pence.
That's almost 2 presidential terms.
When's the last time you heard the name Hunter Pence? Back in the day. 1-1 count as he fouls it away. But I always think it when I see Pence and the right fielder.
It just clicks, right?
Should maybe change his number. Hunter Pence was number 8, right?
He was, yes.
Yeah.
So go get it from 6 to 8. Pence fouls it away. Maybe he wants to be his own person.
Hunter Pence last played 3 years ago.
That feels like longer than that.
The COVID shortened season in 2020. Looks like he came back to play for.
Texas Rangers?
No, he played for the. He looks like he came back his last season to play for the
Giants.
Giants as like a curtain call situation.
1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Pence goes down. Oviedo now with 2 strikeouts on the evening and starting to, again, get into a little bit of a groove.
Yeah, so it's a streak that started with a sacrifice fly. Yeah, so you have to put that into perspective. But that is now 7 straight outs for Braden Oviedo. A sack fly and a fielder's choice, but then just 5 straight outs from there.
French gives this one a good ride, but it's going to go foul.
Yeah, and, we haven't seen a lot of Oviedo this season starting, but definitely seems to be a kind of pitch to contact kind of guy, especially tonight.
This one, French just gets out of the way for ball 1 as it nearly hit him on a pitch that ran in. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 down. Sounded like somebody wanted him to take that one from the crowd. The 1-1 pitch, and French sends a slow roller out to Buber, and Buber throws the lupus for the 3rd out of the inning. We head to the 5th. Our score remains Hedgesville 3, Martinsburg 2. We head to the 5th inning. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Happiness grows here.
Orr's Farm Market.
Strawberry season is here at Orr's Farm Market. Pick Your Own Strawberries will be starting around May 13th, and you can make a reservation to come and pick, or buy some that are already picked. We're also offering a season pass this year, so get online at orrsfarmmarket.com to see the details. Visit our bakery counter today to try our new homemade quiches, pepperoni rolls, and don't miss our 2 new flavors of homemade strawberry donuts. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and remember, Orr's Farm Market. Happiness grows here.
We welcome you back to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. We begin this 5th inning. Jackson Rest remains on the mound for the Hedgesville Eagles. We rest so far 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 68 pitches for the lefty. And see if he can continue to work strongly out there on the mound for Hedgesville. As due up for the Bulldogs, it's the 2, 3, 4 hitters, Oviedo, Buber, and Mike Lupus. Dangerous part of the order here for Martinsburg. As we get later into this ball game, not certain how many more times these guys will get at bats, so important if you're the Bulldogs to take advantage of these opportunities here. Oviedo so far has walked and popped out so far. So 0 for 1 with the walk. Buber's 2 for 2. He's in the on-deck circle with 2 singles. The pitch here from Ruiz, the breaking ball that just misses low and outside.
It just didn't break enough back in.
Jackson's that kind of pitcher that will start you with a curveball. The 1-0 from Ruiz, fastball misses low for ball 2. But not necessarily a power pitcher out there on the mound, but has good movement and good location with his pitches. The next pitch from Ruiz hits the zone.
It feels like a lot of 2-0 counts so far for West, and that's why his pitch count has gotten up pretty early the way that we've seen, up to 71.
The 2-1 fouled away. Yeah, still has some pitches here to work with, obviously, with 110 being the max, but if you can get at least 5, maybe 6 innings out of Jackson here tonight, you're going to be pretty happy with it if you're Hedgesville. As Oviedo will call time. The 2-2. Lined into the left center field. Pedersen doesn't make the play. Gano steps in front of him. He covered a lot of ground on that one for the first out.
He came flying in there and said, I got it.
Tanner Matthew last night went just 84 pitches in his 7 innings, so very efficient 7 innings for Matthew.
Right, it was really just that 1 inning. He was struggling a bit, 3 of those 4 runs.
Pitch here from Ruiz, lifted into foul territory by Carson Buber. It's going to go out of play into the Hedgesville bullpen for a long strike number 1. Buber, as I mentioned, 2 for 2 on the day, an RBI and an RBI single. Or I'm sorry, an RBI single and a single in the first with no RBI.
There's a bases empty single to start off in that first inning.
Yep, after the strikeout and pop out by Camby and Oviedo to begin the ball game. The 0-1 count here on Buber. The pitch from Ruiz, curveball, just misses for ball 1.
There's a lot of patience at the plate from all the Bulldogs so far, making Ruiz work.
The 1-1 just misses inside for ball 2. So, like you said, Dylan, Ruiz falls behind here again on a 2-1 count with 1 out in the inning. 3-2 Hedgesville lead. The next pitch Lifted on the run goes Pedersen. Buber gave this a good ride out toward left field, but foul down the line, or it could have been trouble.
He's had the best contact on Ruest all day. Only 4 hits for the Bulldogs, but 2 of them coming from Buber.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Next pitch from Jackson Ruest. Buber chases after it, sends a slow roller toward first, and Nichols will beat him to the bag for the second out. That will bring Mike Lupus to the plate. Lupus 0 for 2 today with a fly out and a ground out.
This is the first time he's had to come to the plate with the bases empty. Which you always like if you're a pitcher facing the cleanup hitter with him having nothing to clean up.
Yeah, and the EPAC leader in home runs this season with 4 of them. Lupus sends it right to the second baseman, Chris French, on the hop, and he throws to Nichols. 1, 2, 3 goes the ball. Go the Bulldogs. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 3-2 score remains. This is West Virginia High School Baseball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex, and Trip Tobin's in the house. Do we make a lineup change?
It's a relief broadcaster versus a relief pitcher.
Yeah.
A pinch broadcaster.
Pinch broadcaster. Who would you kick off of the broadcast, Dylan, if you had to choose? Don't answer that question.
Yeah, that's a bad
3-2.
There's no good answer to that
score.
one.
In favor of the Hedgesville Eagles, as Mike Nichols will lead things off for the Eagles. Nick Verzlene, Dylan Bishop, Spencer having a conversation with Tripp, and it is about the game, so that's at least good. It's about the status of Lane DeLauder tomorrow if Hedgesville were to hold on and get the win. But we got a lot of baseball left, Dylan.
We do, yeah. 5th inning, bottom of the 5th. Oviedo has now retired 7 Eagles in a row.
I believe it's 8 now.
It might be 8. Let's see if we can count it up.
If you count the
right.
sacrifice. Yeah.
You're right, yeah. Count after the sacrifice fly.
So Nichols leading off. It's the 8-9 hitters due up.
This is the last batter to get a hit off of Oviedo.
Spencer did offer it up. He was
I did
going
offer
for
what?
the pitch broadcaster.
Huh?
I thought you were giving Tripp the headset there for a second.
I was.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to take it.
Yeah, fair enough. He didn't want the ball. As Nichols pops it up to the third
I don't think he's
baseman.
going to hang around that long. I think he just kind of came here. You're just going to hang out for a little bit and then leave probably, right?
I'm scared to compete.
This one's popped up here, but Dylan and I were joking that we were going to have Tripp pitch hit here and come into the broadcast.
You got to go in and pinch hit.
Anyway, back to the ball game. Canarium pops it up toward left field, and Isaac Grove makes the catch. So again, Oviedo quickly working through the Hedgesville lineup as Nichols grounded out, and then a fly out here, Dylan.
Yep, there you go, 10 in a row. I mean, he just needs his offense to get some more up on the board. Ruest has been able to control himself enough to not let it get past these 2 runs and tie the game back up.
Connor now to the plate, and Connor sends that one through the 5-6 hole for a base hit.
finally ends that streak. That was an entire way through the Eagles lineup that didn't get a hit. After the first time through, everyone made contact. 5 of the guys got on base with those hits.
But Connor, a 2-out single, and Noah Brown coming to the plate. Brown pops this one up. This could be trouble down that right field line. It's in there. Murphy Clement was playing more toward right center. Connor's flying around third base. He will come in, and the throw not in time. Connor's safe. It is 4-2 Hedgesville on the RBI double from Noah Brown.
And it's kind of something needed to go right for either team here, because it just seemed like, once Martinsburg was able to make it 3-2, kind of both pitchers have kind of been shut down until this inning.
With the righty at the plate, Clement was giving Brown that right field line, and Noah with a good pace of hitting. It's the RBI double.
That's your first extra base hit of the game.
Yeah. And it puts the run on the board for Hedgesville, extending its lead out to 4-2. The next pitch here from Oviedo to rest is fouled away. Jackson on the day had a sacrifice and a fly out so far. Finds himself on an 0-1 count with a runner on second, so all of a sudden the pressure coming back on the young sophomore righty Braden Oviedo. The next pitch, a chopper hit towards second, could be trouble, but Everhart fields it cleanly and throws the first for the final out of the inning. But Hedgesville extends its lead out to 4-2. An RBI double from Noah Brown, scoring Braylon Connor. We head to the 6th inning. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore-D.C. Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300.
We head to the 6th inning. Our score, Hedgesville 4, Martinsburg 2. Eagles able to get a run across there, Spencer, after Braylon Connor gets a single and an RBI double from Noah Brown, where that right field line, we talked about it earlier on the throw over that allowed Everhart to take third. There's a lot of room over there, and Clement was playing more toward right center. Ball got poked down that line, and it was trouble and allowed the run to come all the way from first to score.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of got to play towards.
Now batting, number 4, Landon.
It's tough to do with a righty at the plate. You don't expect him to go to right field, but it happens.
Kind of just a tough situation, and luckily they don't give up another run. Getting a double there, they only give up the one, so it's only a 2-run ball game right now.
Landon Sifford at the plate. I mean, Hedgesville playing the exact same way here on Sifford with the righty at the plate. But Brown, good piece of hitting. Sometimes hitting's good offense beats good defense sometimes, and that could be a case there. 1-0, taken low for ball 2.
Now, if you're the Eagles, you're hoping you're getting a similar performance you got out of Tanner Matthew last night, where all but one of the runs given up by your pitcher came in the same inning.
2-0 misses low for ball 3. Rest, though, struggling to begin this inning.
Yep, still falling behind these batters. Making it to where, even if he had that recovery to the 2-run inning, not going to be able to probably get it all the way through the game.
Next pitch hits the zone for strike 1. 3 balls and a strike on Landon Sifford. And the 3-1 from Jackson popped up toward left field. This is playable for Pedersen, and Pedersen will make the catch for the first out. So leadoff fly out for Landon Sifford.
Seems like Sifford lately is kind of just hit into some bad luck. popping things up.
Yeah, 0 for 3 on the day. Yeah. All of them flying out to outfield.
All of them F7s.
Yeah, to left field to be exact.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's in the ball making contact, but unable to get on base. Grove takes the swings and misses for the first pitch for strike one.
That was a big swing.
The 0-1 from Ruiz, taken outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. So if this score holds, we're back here tomorrow night for Musselman Hedgesville.
Potentially.
If it holds, yeah. This one popped up toward left center field.
Rain.
Right, yeah. Center fielder Gano running over for the second out.
Yeah, great catch.
But either way, the next game will be here.
Yeah.
Right.
2 outs now in the inning. Gano making another big play out there in center field, and why it's been so important to have him in the lineup, at least defensively tonight, even though you haven't had his bat.
Yeah, and I think defensively is where he kind of shines as well. I mean, we see he shines on the base paths, he shines at the plate, but tonight's really shown not taking him out defensively has been huge.
Connor gets to this ball and throws the first. Nichols makes the tag on Alter for the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bulldogs. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Hedgesville looking for some insurance runs. They're fired up in that home side dugout. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 60 seconds.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. 4-2 our score. Hedgesville leading Martinsburg, and as we head to the 6th inning, Eagles looking for some insurance here. Obviously holding a lead and looking to get the win, advance to the sectional championship against Musselman, which is scheduled for tomorrow at 7 p.m. That's Pedersen here, the middle of the order due up for the Eagles. Oviedo has settled in since early, but this is a tough spot in the lineup.
Right, he gave up those 2 hits to start this time through the lineup that got another run up on the board for the Eagles. But last time he got through 2 through 4, 1, 2, 3.
Pedersen on the day, 1 for 2 with a strikeout and an RBI single. 1-0 count here on Brett. Next pitch from Oviedo, a swing and a miss for strike 1.
So we're now with Pedersen up to bat here for the 3rd time. This is the 22nd batter that Oviedo's faced, and only 2 of them have not made contact so far. 2 strikeouts for Oviedo.
1-1 hit on the ground toward third. Brown fields it off the bounce, throws the first. Throw gets away. Lupus will actually allow Everhart to track it down and get to it for the error leading to a runner on first.
I'm kind of saying this facetiously here, but it's
already
the 6th inning.
Yeah.
It's been an hour and 26 minutes.
All these games have gone relatively quick this week.
Right, we're kind of seeing the runs that do come in short bursts.
Yeah. And they've been, good pitching performances, a lot of zeros up on the board besides, 1 or 2 innings where you have a little rally. But we're not seeing like a run here, a run there. They're like you said, doing those quick bursts, which lead to a little bit quicker game. So on the error, Pedersen reaches first, and the pitch here to Connor Quinn is low and inside for ball 1.
You just get a part of the order that's hitting particularly well that day. They get through, they do their thing, and then these good pitchers that you're throwing recover and home back in.
Quinn on the day is 0 for 2, but he's hit the ball hard both times. A ground out and a fly out for him. Courtesy runner takes his lead off first, and Quinn pops this one up high into the sky and out of play down the first base line. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the designated hitter. He's followed by Landon Pence in the lineup. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout so far. Runner on first. Takes his lead. Oviedo delivers, and now Quinn shows bunt. Pulls it back. The runner takes off on the wild pitch and will stand on second base. They said he did not go around, so it's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike on Quinn. Two-one pitch. Lined into right field, and again, this is trouble. Quinn gets it down for a base hit. Runner coming around to score from third, and Hedgesville gets that insurance run. It's now 5-2 as Wolf comes all the way around to score. The Eagles get an RBI single out of their designated hitter, Connor Quinn. That time going the opposite way. Didn't hit it as hard, but found a gap in the defense for an RBI single.
It was actually his first hit of the day, if my
courtesy runner or pinch runner?
First hit of the day, but he hit the ball well, just right at people earlier.
That's a pinch runner, right?
Yeah, they're going to pinch run for Connor Quinn with him being a DH. Yeah. Probably won't get another at-bat. Makes sense.
Is that Matthew?
I don't think so.
Oh, Kaysen. Plogger. Kaysen Plogger.
We saw him last night.
I think, though, that insurance run is huge because Martinsburg down to their final 3 outs coming up next. You have to score 3 runs to keep it going as opposed to 2. I think that's huge.
Pence now lays down a good bunt. Oviedo throwing to first in time for the out, first out of the inning. So Pence does his job with the sacrifice. And Chris French coming to the plate. French is 1 for 2 today with a single and a ground out. So runner in scoring position. We talk about it with Tripp all the time. Anytime a team that's leading gets those insurance runs, scores late in the ball game, it can really take the life out of the dugout. French now sends this one into the gap in right center field. That will get down for extra bases and score another run for Hedgesville. It is the Eagles jumping all over Braden Oviedo here in the 6th inning to go up now 6-2.
And that's another run that they've been able to score right off of one of those sacrifices.
And they're placing the ball just perfectly where there's no real player. We've seen those 2 ones down the line there. That one in between both can be in Clement, and I think, just perfect hitting placement here for the Eagles.
Nichols takes it high and inside for ball 1. Mike had an RBI single back in the 2nd inning. He's also grounded out. A runner on second base and Chris French. And now Nichols hits this one off the end of the bat and pops it up, but goes out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. Runner on second in French after his RBI double, extending the Hedgesville lead out to 6-2 here in the 6th inning. Next pitch to Nichols. Almost came back and found the zone, but doesn't for a ball.
We see the double-edged sword of being a contact pitcher, or pitching to contact, at least in this game. He had 10 straight putouts. Their batters were tired at one point, but still 10 hits for the Eagles, 6 runs.
That got Sifford.
And Nichols a big swing and a miss on it, but then the ball came up and hit Sifford hard.
And Sifford's rolling around now. Not good.
Yeah, slow to get up here is Landon Sifford. Think it might have hit him where you don't want it to hit you.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second base for the Hedgesville Eagles, Mike Nichols. He's had a good day so far, trying to come through with another RBI. Sifford slowly to his feet. Takes some big breaths in, and I believe that's the second time Sifford's had this happen to him, so I feel for behind the plate. Catcher's a tough position. You got to be tough to play catcher, Dylan.
Right, yeah. It's always constant labor on your knees, if nothing else. And then you have, situations like this where the ball is being thrown at, 70, 80, sometimes 90 miles an hour right at your body, your chest, every single time.
Plus you have a bat right in front of you.
Exactly,
that could come back and hit you, all sorts of things. So we'll give Sifford a warm-up pitch here just to make sure he's all right. And he singles to the umpire, and he's good to go. He'll clear off the base, give him a little bit more time. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second base for Hedgesville. Mike Nichols at the plate. It's French now on second after his RBI double.
I think that home plate now is clearer than it was when the game started.
Yeah, close to it. They kind of spray it down here at Hedgesville before the game starts, so maybe not that clear, but very close as this pitch misses outside for ball 3. Full count on Nichols, 1 down and a runner on second. Oviedo on the mound for the Bulldogs, 6-2. Hedgesville leading Martinsburg. The next pitch, Nichols lifts it up toward the shortstop Buber. He makes the catch for the second out. So Nichols is retired. And with that, Trent Canerium coming to play. He had a sacrifice RBI in the second and flew out back in the 5th inning.
Now batting, number 14, Trenton.
Runner on second base, potentially able to drive in another run here from the 9-hole. Again, we talk about it so much. That guy in the 9-hole turning this over to the top of the lineup.
Pitch here to Canerium. Chopper hit towards second. Everhart bobbles it, throws to first in time for the final out of the inning, but Hedgesville adds some insurance runs. It's 6-2. They had 2 runs here in the inning. And we head to the 7th. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talker UW R&R and TV 10. We're back in 60 seconds.
Join us at the golf tournament June 8th at 9 a.m. at Crest Creek. Support your dogs.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We're going to the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rocks, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
For anything.
I'm ready for anything as well.
We welcome you back to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis, along with Dylan Bishop. Back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin, Braden Schaffner, our cameraman. 6-2. Hedgesville leading against Martinsburg as we head to the top of the 7th. Bulldogs down to their final 3 outs. We'll see what they can do here with the lineup.
I think this says a lot here.
Jameer Brown due up here.
I think it says a lot leaving Ruest out here. And, you had those guys warming in the bullpen, but you do choose to keep Ruest on the mound.
Yeah, he's sitting at 88 pitches, which is, for the 7th inning, it's better than it kind of, as these first 6 innings kind of played out, it seemed like he was going to get up to 90-plus quicker than that. So he recovered well to be able to potentially finish out this entire game.
He had that 3rd inning where he struggled, but other than that, he's been pretty good. Ruest First pitch is a called strike. So far, though, Jameer Brown has had a good game. He is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk.
Down to the freshman here.
8-9-1 hitters due up. If you can get these guys on, it's not a bad spot to be in if you're Martinsburg, but it's a big task to ask from the two young guys in the 8-9 holes as this pitch just missed. Brown held back the bat for ball one ball and a strike. You're going to check down to make sure, and first base umpire says he did not go around.
Ruest asked for that. He kind of pointed down the first base umpire, Boyd.
Typically the catcher is the one to ask, but pitcher doing that. This one just misses a little bit high to Brown for ball two. Looked like a solid pitch, though, from Ruest. And a 2-1 count.
And Brown having a little more success today than some of those guys at the top of the lineup. 1 for 1 with a walk.
This one fouled away by Brown.
You see, compare that to, say, Jordan Canby, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. Oviedo's 0 for 2 with 2 pop-ups or 2 flyouts. So not a bad day for the freshman at all.
Coming off a 3 RBI game in the win over Spring Mills. Ruest now steps off the rubber, resets the hat, and gets back onto the mound. The lefty looks into his catcher, Trent Canarium, and resets again. And they'll come out and speak about it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lead-off hitter here in the 7th inning with Hedgesville leading 6-2. Martinsburg down to its final 3 outs of the season. It's win or go home here in the sectional semifinals. The next pitch from Ruest misses outside for ball 3, a full count. Big breath from the freshman Jameer Brown, who digs back in for the Bulldogs. A 3-2 from Jackson Ruest, the senior. Called strike 3 on the outside corner.
Yeah, it's a tough one. You know, if you see Jameer Brown in a couple of years, maybe he fights that one off. But just the freshman and Ruest, perfect placement on that pitch.
5 strikeouts now for the lefty in the ball game. The pitch to Keegan Everhart fouled away. Everhart is 0 for 2. Fielder's choice and sacrifice. He's gotten on both times, though, and came around to score in the 3rd inning to start the rally for the Bulldogs. Pitch here from Ruest. Misses low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1, 1 out. 6-2. Hedgesville in the 7th. The next pitch hit on the ground toward third. Brown throws to first. 2 down. That will bring Jordan Canby to the plate. Canby 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a walk. It's been a tough day for him. The rest looking for the win. This would be his 2nd over the Bulldogs this season. And set up a rematch with the Musselman Applemen in the sectional finals. Besides that 1 inning, Jackson Ruest has kept this lineup in check in both of his outings. He came in relief of Lane DeLauder in the game that was continued earlier this season between these two teams after the rainout postponement. The 1-0 here to Canby, called strike.
We talk about a lot with this Bulldogs team, those 1 through 5 guys doing so much damage, but Ruest has absolutely neutralized them today.
Besides Buber.
Right, Buber is 2 for 3 with an RBI, but Canby, Oviedo, Lupus, and Sifford 0 for 10. The 2 of them, Canby and Oviedo have been able to get themselves on base with a walk apiece, but outside of that, again, 0 for 10. It's 0 for 3 days for Sifford and for Lupus.
I mean, it's only 4 hits on the day for Martinsburg.
Right,
so really
but then you just wouldn't expect it to be from the bottom part of your lineup outside of the 2 from Buber. So
he's really neutralized everybody.
He kind of has,
besides Carson.
Right,
Yeah.
it's just it's impressive. Those 1, 2, 4, and 5 guys did not put up a hit.
Yeah, to see these guys who are all very talented, obviously struggling as this one's popped up. Nichols makes the catch, and Hedgesville is headed to the sectional finals against Musselman tomorrow night. The Applemen hold the advantage with it being a double elimination tournament, but we'll get a rematch as Hedgesville beats Martinsburg. The Bulldogs' season is over as they fall 6-2 to the Hedgesville Eagles. Great game, guys. What's your initial thoughts on this one?
Well, Martinsburg made a bit of a rally after they got down 3-0 on, with the experience of Oviedo at the plate. He ends up giving up 6 runs, but that made it a tough day for the Bulldogs offense to try to recover, but they weren't able to really get close in the end because of a great day from Jackson West.
Yep. Spencer, any thoughts before you head down to the field?
This is a tough game. But now Hedgesville's unthroned Martinsburg is the sectional champion, and we'll see how far the Eagles can go this year. But I think this sectional played out pretty well. Kind of awkward with the one game getting postponed and then potentially tomorrow's game getting postponed. But I think this sectional played out pretty good. I think we saw some great games over these last 4 days.
Yeah, looking forward to some more good games, or at least one more good game starting tomorrow if that does get played. But we'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of this break, we'll have the post-game show. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value Brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
The game may be over, but don't go away just yet. We've got a complete game recap, analysis, stats, the player of the game, and we'll prepare you for our next broadcast. All on the post-game show. So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
But you do you, Dylan. We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. The Eagles get the 6-2 win over Martinsburg to advance to the sectional championship game. Musselman still holds the advantage. They haven't lost in this tournament yet, so it's 2 games to win, 1 for the Applemen. Hedgesville will have to go there or have to come back here, actually, tomorrow night since they're the 1 seed, but they'll have to beat Musselman twice to win the section. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop, and Dylan will get into our game summary to begin things here as we welcome you into the Rocks Local Markets Fast, Fresh, Friendly post-game show. Rocks has convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rocks Fast, Fresh, Friendly. So this one started with 1 run in the bottom of the first from the Eagles, then 2 in the bottom of the second, before Martinsburg would come back, make it a 3-2 ball game in the third. No runs come across in the fourth. Eagles get 1 in the fifth to extend the lead out to 4-2. And then 2 in the sixth to go on to win it 6-2. Hedgesville 6 runs on 10 hits. 2 errors for the Eagles, 2 runs on 4 hits for Martinsburg. And a team, Dylan, that had struggled a little bit in these last few games with their approach at the plate. I think Coach Grove's going to be much happier with his guys' approach to get 10 hits, to get 6 different guys driving in a run here tonight. All that leads to the production for Hedgesville and a good at-bats throughout to get this win.
Right, yeah, I'd say a coach will take 6 RBIs from 6 different guys in any game. You say 6 runs, you hope that gets you a win in just about it.
That was his goal heading in. He needed at least 6 runs, he felt like, last night to get the win, and they get it here tonight.
Right, exactly. And that not just that, but they were able to make contact on all but 2 at-bats. Only 2 strikeouts for Oviedo tonight, get 10 hits. The rest of the guys, at the very least, put the ball into play.
Or walked.
Or walked, yes. They were able to.
Oviedo actually didn't have a walk tonight.
Right, that's what I thought.
My bad, Dylan.
That's what I thought. Okay, so, I mean, that's exactly what you want. You want to make this defense. You're at the top level of this section of high school baseball, but still, at the high school level baseball, you get more mistakes out on the defensive side from the fielders, and that's exactly why you say you just make contact, get it in play, and eventually you'll get some errors, which we saw tonight, and make some mistakes, and allows guys to move, advance the bases, and eventually drive in some runs. And tonight you get 6 of them.
Our game summary brought to you by the Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to FMIWV.com. Spencer is making his way down with our player of the game, Jackson Ruest. Ruest goes 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Our player of the game brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. And as Spencer gets Jackson, we'll send it down to him here momentarily.
And like I said just before that last at bat, he makes Canby, Oviedo, Lupus, and Sifford, the 1, 2, 4, and 5 guys for the Bulldogs lineup, go 0 for 11 in the end. 2 walks, but no hits.
So Spencer is down there now with our player of the game, Jackson Ruest. Spencer, take it away.
Jackson Ruest, a gritty performance tonight. You have that one tough inning, but it seems like you really shut them down for the most part. You scattered a few hits.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have my A stuff to pitch with, so to come out and be able to beat them with not my best is great. And we put a few big hits together there at the 6th inning, I think it was, and really helped us out.
When you look back, it seemed like there was a point in time where maybe you weren't feeling something wasn't feeling right. You were throwing a little outside the zone for a little bit, be able to come back and regain that control and finish up tonight.
It was definitely tough. I thought I was getting squeezed a little bit for a second there, but to be able to come back and find it was pretty big. So,
big win tonight against Martinsburg. Obviously, it's a big rival for you guys, and you're able to knock them out this year as opposed to being knocked out by them. How's that feel?
You never want to short yourself in your season, especially being a senior. Definitely don't want to go home to this game.
And that was going to be my next question for you. You're a senior. You've been through kind of the playoffs here for the last few years, and knowing that you're going to have a chance to play for a sectional championship, a berth for the region, and ultimately a state championship, like you were able to do that in basketball, get down to the state tournament. How much does that mean to you, knowing you're able to go the distance tonight?
It's only going to build confidence going forward, so being able to beat them, was huge.
It'll be a tough game tomorrow against Musselman. You'll have to beat them twice. But, I heard Coach out there using a kind of funny analogy that, Musselman's going to know they have 2 games to win 1, knowing that you guys have to come in with all the intensity.
Yeah, definitely don't know who we'll see tomorrow, but whoever it is, we just got to hop on them early and get started quick. So just got to get on them early.
All right, congrats on the win. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Spencer, as we wait for Coach Grove. And thank you to Jackson Ruest, our player of the game. And looks like Coach Grove's making his way over now. So we'll turn it back to Spencer here momentarily. And Spencer, go ahead and take it away again.
We're joined now by the head coach for the Hedgesville Eagles, Coach Eric Grove. And, Coach, it was a gritty win tonight. You guys took a tough one on the chin last night, and knowing you were fighting for your playoff lives tonight.
Yeah, both teams battled, and I don't think anybody's going to leave super proud of their offensive performance. Like I just told them out there, good teams extend the lead at the end of the game, and especially when you're playing a young team, that helps you. And it's just something that they're going to learn, and hopefully some of our young guys learn, because we got quite a few too. And it was good to scrap enough together in a game that was hard earned.
talk about scrapping things together, hard-earned. It's 6 RBIs from 6 different guys tonight, obviously knowing that the season was on the line.
Yeah, we had like 7 hits last night, and it was 7 different players. We need somebody to get 2 or 3 hits in the game, but to have that offensive balance helps, and that's one of the things that I know you guys and a lot of people have talked about our depth, and we haven't really used a lot of it, but we've been deep 1 through 9 as far as who scores runs for us, and that's what propelled us forward tonight.
And talking about depth here, on the pitching side of things, the 3 games you haven't used more than just your starter, kind of maybe comes back to hurt you tomorrow if you're going to get the game in, but with the weather it might kind of luck out for you as well as probably Musselman.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to plan to play, and we were out here working hard on it the other day. It all depends on how hard it comes down and all that. Our pitchers, we kind of train them to do that all year long. Playoffs are about winning 3 games. Now we got to win more, but we have some kids that can do that for us. So hopefully, we're going to see how we project out. I don't even know who's going to start tomorrow, and that's not sandbagging. I got to see how somebody feels, and what I want to change defensively. But and it's just like we were talking about. I think both ADs and coaches were talking about, well, what would happen if we played tomorrow. I don't even want to talk about that stuff till it's over. I just don't believe in that. And we played a good team tonight, and they gave us a tremendous battle, and we just sort of grinded one out.
And, I heard you talking to your team about you kind of went back through Game Changer and saw it was like WWL, WWW. How does that kind of motivate them knowing you're at that point in the year where that 1L, you're done?
Yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of seniors here. They don't all play, but they all know the importance of every pitch and every inning now because it could be your last. And, well, the 7th will be your last, or hopefully anyway. But, we just have to keep the mindset of when you're down, it's not going to take one heroic performance, or if you're up, you can't just get passive. And sometimes they're in the middle of this game, we got up and then kind of got a little nervy again, but then we had a couple big guys step up and gave us the comfort we needed. Jackson threw a good game. I think he was disappointed a little bit in the middle, but when you battle back like that, that's the type of – he's a warrior, and he competes, and that's what we needed out of him.
And you kind of had to make some lineup changes tonight with Gano being hurt and, getting Mike Nichols in there. He had some big hits for you tonight and, just kind of having to make those kind of decisions in order to make the play. You saw Pedersen out and left. Doesn't, always play left. He made a miscue, but it didn't come back to haunt you tonight.
No, and, I think you guys talked about it before the game. We're searching for offense a little bit, and we got to go with what gives us a chance offensively. And sometimes you have to marginalize your defense for that. And but honestly, he's looked fairly good out there. Our outfield's not the best, so sometimes you got a rolling ground ball or a ball in place. It's weird how the ball that's not moving is the hardest one to pick up. It feels like we saw that last night with one of Musselman's plays and whatever. So he keeps working out there. We're just trying to go with a hot hand at certain positions and hot bats at the plate, and they're pretty spread out. So nobody's got that flame next to him right now. But hopefully tomorrow we can find that.
Coach, congrats on the win, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Spencer, as well as Coach Grove and Jackson Rest, our player of the game. We'll now run down our game stats brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers. That was weird. We'll start with the Hedgesville Eagles here tonight. 2 hits for Braylon Connor, 1 hit for Noah Brown, and an RBI. 2 hits from Pedersen, and an RBI. 1 hit from Connor Quinn, and an RBI. Landon Pence with 1 hit. 2 hits from Chris French as well as an RBI. 1 hit from Mike Nichols with an RBI, and Canerium gets an RBI as well. As a team, Hedgesville goes 10 for 24 at the plate with 6 runs batted in and just 2 strikeouts. So good approach here tonight at the plate. 7 innings of work for Jackson Rest, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. On the Martinsburg side, hitless days from both Camby and Oviedo as well as Lupus and Sifford. 2 hits from Carson Buber, 1 hit from Isaac Grove, no hits from Alter, along with 2 strikeouts, 1 hit from Jameer Brown and his 2 at-bats, and Keegan Everhart goes 0 for 3. 4 for 24 at the plate was Martinsburg, 5 strikeouts. Oviedo, solid considering the situation for Martinsburg with no Mike Lupus. 6 innings, 10 hits. Up and down performance, gives up 6 earned, 2 strikeouts. And Hedgesville gets the win They advance to take on Musselman here tomorrow night with 2 games to 1 for Musselman, but that does it here for us. Our game stats brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer around 11 South Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business. We'll take a 2-minute break again tomorrow, 7 p.m. first pitch, 6:40 pregame show. Stay tuned on social media in case the game gets postponed. But for Braden Schaffner, our cameraman, Colin McLaughlin back in the studio, Spencer Dupuis, Dylan Bishop, I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow night.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch!
The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl tile and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. Welcome into the post-game scoreboard show on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. I'm your host, Colin McLaughlin. The post-game scoreboard show is brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street, Martinsburg, where you get the work done right the first time. Call them at 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Your final score, Hedgesville 6, Martinsburg 2. Hedgesville moves on. Martinsburg's season comes to an end after this one. So Hedgesville will play host to Musselman tomorrow for a sectional championship opportunity if Musselman wins. If it is Hedgesville that wins, there will be a winner-take-all game next week. First pitch at 7 p.m. tomorrow, pending the weather. And we will be broadcasting that game right here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Pre-game show scheduled for 6:40. We'll keep you updated on our social media if there is any incoming storms that were to postpone the game or not. So make sure to stay tuned to our Facebook and our Twitter page as well if the game is postponed. If not, again, 6:40 pregame, 7 p.m. first pitch between Hedgesville as they host the Musselman Applemen. Other game that took place tonight in Section 2. It is the Jefferson Cougars, once again your Region 2, Section 2 champions, as they defeat Washington 9-0 tonight. As Jefferson 9 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. Washington no runs, only 1 hit tonight, and 4 errors as Riley Morgan goes the complete game with 6 strikeouts and no walks in that 1-hit win for him. Gill gets the loss going 2 1/3 inning, giving up 3 hits, 7 runs, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, no strikeouts, showing 3 2/3, giving up 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, and a strikeout. So Washington's season comes to an end. Jefferson will wait for the Section 1 champion, which again, could be decided tomorrow if Musselman defeats Hedgesville at Hedgesville. If not, there will be a winner-take-all game next week. Also, breaking news. Even though it's kind of been rumored, it seems like things are falling into a place now, as was announced via Facebook earlier today. David Walker stated this: "I would like to take this time to announce my official resignation from Concord University as the head football coach." He says, quote, "I cannot express how appreciative I am of the opportunity that was bestowed upon me. I would like to personally extend my gratitude and thanks to President Boges as well as athletic director Kevin Garrett. I would also like to thank all the players and coaches that I had the pleasure of working with. We accomplished a lot in a short period of time. This has been an amazing experience, and I'm truly blessed. I wish all the success to Concord University football program in the years to come. Go Mountain Lions." Signed, David Walker, as he officially resigns from the head coaching spot at Concord University. We'd also like to make the announcement for the sports mix. Whenever it comes to be, we will have an interview with the next Martinsburg head football coach, as it looks like it has been announced that the Berkeley County School Board is going to approve the next head football coach on Monday night's meeting. And once that is finalized, your first time getting to see the next head football coach of the Bulldogs will be on the Sports Mix. We'll do our best to make it as public as possible when that day comes. So stay tuned to our social media page for that. Let's move on into the scoreboard show now and get some scores from around Major League Baseball. Top of the 8th inning, it is the Reds and Marlins tied up at 4 apiece. Top of the 9th, it's Seattle leading the Tigers 9-2. Top of the 6th inning, it's the Washington Nationals, which you'll hear shortly right here on Talk Radio WRNR 106.5 FM, 740 AM. They lead the Mets 2-0. In the top of the 7th, the Pirates have took the lead over the Baltimore Orioles 2-1. In the bottom of the 7th, it's the Yankees leading the Rays 3-2. The top of the 8th, it's the Blue Jays leading the Braves 1-0. Top of the 7th, Angels and Guardians tied at 3 apiece. In the middle of the 7th, it's the Cardinals up by 1 on the Red Sox 5-4. In the top of the 4th, the Twins lead the Cubs 2-0. It is a rain delay between Houston and Chicago White Sox. In the middle of the 3rd, the Brewers lead Kansas City 1-0. In the top of the 3rd, still scoreless between the Phillies and the Rockies. Giants take on the Diamondbacks at 9:40. Also at 9:40, it's the Rangers at the A's. And at 10:10, it's the Padres at the Dodgers. Now over to the NBA, as the NBA playoffs currently in action. In the 3rd quarter, with 10:24 to go, is the Miami Heat leading the New York Knicks 54-50. If Miami wins, they win the series, head to the Eastern Conference Finals to take on either Boston or Philadelphia, as that goes to Game 7 on Sunday. If the Knicks can come back to win, that forces a Game 7 Monday at 8 p.m. Also tonight at 10 p.m., it's the Golden State Warriors taking on the Lakers. The Lakers lead the series 3-2, meaning that if they win, they advance to the Western Conference Finals. If Golden State were to win, Game 7 would take place Sunday, May 14th. Again, your final score in this one, Hedgesville 6, Martinsburg 2. Hedgesville now heads to the sectional championship against Musselman. That'll take place tomorrow. We'll have it for you. First pitch at 7 p.m., pregame at 6:40. I'm Colin McLaughlin signing off. This has been West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, The Skinner Law Firm, Laddie's, Trips Flooring, Jambo Construction and Fencing, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Honda of Winchester, Bechtel Jewelers, Cody's Auto Body, Rock's Local Markets, CMA Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, Orsini's Home Store, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, and by Hagerstown Ford.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talk radio WRNR.com. All rights reserved.